Up next on Boat Show TV, it's time to check out some newcomers to the Miami show. Making the trek from Southern California, Boat Show TV is pleased to introduce Schiada Boats.
Now, it's not very often that a company comes all the way from Los Angeles to be here at the Miami Boat Show, but these guys did, and I'm glad that they did because they brought a beautiful boat. Lee Spindler on my left, Stan Murakami on my right are the principals and owners of Schiada Boats out of California. Now, I've heard about this brand over the years. They've been around for much longer than I thought, 35 years, both of them with the company, and it looks like all that expertise in boat building is paid off. They brought what I think is one of my favorite boats to the show here, and there's a lot of reasons why. It's big, it's beautiful, it's 43 feet long, a very beamy boat, a very spacious boat, a very luxurious boat, and I know you guys want to hear, it's also a high-performance boat. So we have got it all for you right here. I want to say the moment that you get onto the back of this boat and climb onto the stern and you see this beautiful sun deck, very open, very spaciously. I think it's very European in the way it's styled. And then it blends into this nice, spacious, open, and luxurious cockpit. I don't know where to begin, but let's start with the flooring and the upholstery. It's just beautiful.
Why, thank you. The flooring on this is a synthetic teak. It's designed to eliminate the maintenance of teak and yet still give us this luxury yacht quality. The designs in it are all CAD generated. It's all CNC cut. It's fit exactly to the boat, and it's fairly bulletproof relative to teak.
The way that the cockpit is laid out with this L-shaped seating and the way it's designed, was that something that you guys designed in-house? And I see all the materials you say are all handmade. They're all done inside, in-house?
Everything is designed in-house and built in-house. This entire boat was designed around the cockpit.
Sure.
This boat was designed to be a key-off boat. We want to use this boat when the key's off. Doesn't mean it's not fast, doesn't mean it's not a performance boat, but we find we use the boats more when we're floating and having fun.
I couldn't really believe the engineering that goes into that T-top. It's all carbon fiber construction. It's all designed in-house. You said you had some help with that. It's very strong and lightweight, so it's not going to mess up the performance of the boat. But is that the first time that you did something like that?
This is the first time we've done anything like that, and quite frankly, it kind of frightened us when we were presented with the idea. What we did is we came up with the aesthetic shape. We made sure we wanted it to look the way we wanted it. Sent it to the University of Michigan. They did all the stress analysis on it, all the epoxy carbon laminates, all the airflow testing, and then we multiplied it by 10, and this is what we have.
Well, it's beautiful. I think it sets off the lines of the boat. Obviously, it's very functional. You've got lighting up in there. You've got all of your navigation hardware up on top. Well, we've made it down into the cabin now. Stan, again, outstanding design features here. The boat is a 9'6" beam, and it seems like every bit of that 9'6" is carried through this cabin and all the way forward into the forward cabin, into the V-berth, which is more like a stateroom. It's so big. But some of the key features here, I don't see any deck hardware, no handles, nothing. Everything's all flush mount. All the cabinetry is all perfectly recessed. The windows, I think, are one of the best features. These windows are what you would expect in an azimuth or a Sunseeker yacht, and you've got it in a powerboat, a 43-foot powerboat.
We wanted an open space. So the only way to do an open space is show open outside. So we took our design with our design team, decided to insert them into the mold and come out with what you see here, 3/4 inch polycarbon window.
You also told me that you run a 6 kW generator, so you've got two 16,000 BTU ACs, so that's going to chill this thing down like a meat locker.
We have one in here, one in the quarters and where we're at right now, and there's one in the forward V-berth section of the boat.
So I'm seeing a boat that's, in the performance boating world, understand a lot of people have a V-berth in a cabin, but they never sleep in it. This is a boat that rivals my 40-foot cabin cruiser yachts in terms of its size and how spacious it is.
We wanted something that you could come in, have plenty of room, sit, relax, have a cocktail, and not rub against each other trying to pass each other.
Sure. I had plenty of head clearance. What is the total clearance here?
6 feet 4 inches.
Oh my goodness.
So, again, we wanted more room. We wanted to come down the stairs to our taller clientele, sure, and not have them to duck and bend over the whole time.
Sure.
We wanted to give them plenty of room.
Well, it may look like there's a couple of middle-aged men cramped into an engine room, and only one part of that statement is correct. We're middle-aged men, but we're not cramped. There's a lot of room forward here, a lot of room to put a lot of stuff, and right now that stuff are two Mercury Racing 700 SCIs, which push this boat to, I'm told, close to 90?
Over 90. I think we could put 1350s or 1550s in it and have no problem. We could also put triples in this boat.
And right over here on my left, of course, is that 6 kW generator. And I'm going to tell you there's more room in here. There's enough room in here for a lot more stuff. And I think that's what we all want to know. We've got an engine room that has a lot of space, but it's also easy to get at. I can pretty much get at every component part of this engine here from where I'm standing.